What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the No Clearance Podcast, where we use hip hop and R&B as a catalyst to discuss life. My name is T, repping the DMV, straight out of Prince George's County, and I am only half of this amazing duo here with the young black king,
Yay!
real light skin.
That's my new thing. I'm gonna start doing that every episode.
Like proud family.
Yeah.
I rock with it. Jay, we have some very special guests with us today.
We sure do.
I'm gonna let you introduce, your guests.
Okay.
And then we'll flip. But go ahead, bro.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I didn't know that's what we was doing. All right. First off, I want to say we both. Yeah, I'll move that over a little bit. We both got very special women in our lives with us, but on my end, this is the love of my life, my fiance, my future wife, my one and only, my rib, as Kevin Hart would say. I love this woman, the future Mrs. West, Jada, my love, Jada.
Hey,
Burke
Jada.
West, guys.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
It's truly a pleasure to have you here. Jalen talks a big game on this podcast, so it's good. We finally got a witness just to see if all this stuff he says is true.
It is true.
So, okay. On my end of this Zoom meeting, this podcast, we have with us a very strong black woman. You feel me? She is responsible for the new setup of the podcast for my end. She is a painter, scientist. My wife, most importantly, Miss Dreu. Is it Mrs. or Miss? Mrs. Dreu Lindsay. You know what I'm saying? Put the ring on it. You feel me? How you doing?
I am well. Thanks for having me, y'all.
Man, this is the end of our J&B series.
Sure is.
It's been a good 2 weeks. Today we get to talk about the Carters' Everything Is Love album.
And it's also Valentine's Day. We're recording this on Valentine's Day. We can't forget.
Do you guys celebrate it? Is this a serious holiday for the both of you?
Not really. It's kind of like, on my end, it's kind of like just like a date night, but with extra. Maybe like a little gift.
Yeah.
Like date night with a card, if anything, and candy.
Yeah, Valentine's Day for me is definitely a hallmark, holiday?
Yeah.
Loving and all, but yeah, we usually do mugs, cute little fake chocolates your moms used to give you when you were Valentine's Day.
We didn't give each other mugs this year.
I know, we didn't. But I got an edible arrangement, y'all, so that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's fine.
With the chocolate strawberries, they gave it to me separate, or they put it on my thing without me really knowing. Because
Talk that talk, bro.
It was $20 extra, and I was like, I wonder why it's $20 more than what I thought it was. But I didn't really look into it, and then it came with the chocolates, and I was like, oh, that's why. That makes sense.
Yeah, he definitely paid for it.
I thought it was
that
free.
was nice of them, I guess.
I guess.
That's dope.
Man.
That's dope.
How's Valentine's Day for y'all?
I always declare I'm not celebrating it, and then I always do a little something. So I keep the expectations low.
Oh my God.
Yes, welcome to my world. But this year I came home to a card and some chocolates on the bed, so that was nice. So I didn't do anything. Well, I made breakfast this morning, and we're going to dinner later. So
yeah, it was funny. I was at the barbershop yesterday, and my barber was like, bro, what you doing for Valentine's? Like, bro, I ain't doing much, try to keep it light. He just goes, you a nigga.
Oh
like,
my
you right,
God.
bro. You ain't lying. Well, happy Valentine's Day to y'all. You know.
I tried to surprise her with the edible arrangement by leaving it on the table, but she didn't come home when I thought she was gonna come home, and I had to leave. And I didn't want the cat to mess with it, so I brought it with me and put it in my car so it could stay cold, because it wouldn't fit in the fridge either. I was like, damn.
First of all, it wasn't a surprise. I asked for the edible arrangement, so it's not like he's like, oh, let me get you an edible arrangement. I was like, you know what you could get me is an edible arrangement. So don't let him, it wasn't a surprise.
I mean, but I still cooked dinner.
Yeah, thanks.
That was my plan the whole time, to cook dinner, because
Jada, how would you rate the dinner?
It was a 7. I'll give him a 7. It's one of his better ones.
7.
I love it. I love it.
Jalen is infamous for the chicken and broccoli duo. Like, it's like he doesn't like to make anything else. So, you know, I'll give him a 7.
He better than me.
He's different.
I was about to say, I
You better
definitely
be.
understand. Like, I'm a vegetarian, so prior to me cooking, Tyler would just make me rice and mixed vegetables. So every time I would come over, it was just rice and mixed vegetables. I was like, I know I'm a vegetarian, but I like good food.
See, that was back when I was living here by myself, and that's like all I had in the fridge. Like, was like frozen vegetables, chicken, and then rice in the pantry. So it was like, what do you want from me?
On Drew's face, I see excuse. So I get it, girl. I get it.
Oh my
See,
goodness.
I would just cook chicken and broccoli because that's the healthiest option. Help me lose weight.
No, that's not.
Oh, so it's about you.
I was cooking
How do you
everything.
snap?
Yo, Jay. Well, first of all, Jalen, from me to you, my brother. Happy Valentine's Day, my nigga.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, my brother. You know,
You know what
men
I'm
need
saying?
to express love for each other too. You know,
Exactly.
I love you, man.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with loving your best friend.
That's right. That's right.
I
So,
ain't getting you nothing though.
I don't want nothing from you.
All right, cool. Just so you know.
You see how we had to go hard after saying we love
Yeah.
each other?
Right.
Jay-Z was talking about this in 444, like the exact thing.
You're right.
That's sad. We still got some work to do, bro.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry to cut you off, man.
Nah, I didn't have nothing to say.
First off, we upgraded on the technology. We got some microphones now.
Yeah, we got some
We
audio
got-
interfaces.
Yeah, we got audio interfaces, so we moving up in the world. Now we gotta get mic stands.
Yeah, we
Yes,
gotta
Lord.
get some.
Yes,
My hand
please.
is already
Your hand
tired.
already. It will
We
be
have-
real legit.
We have like a bunch of cord situation over here. I'm scared to pull it more because I don't know what's gonna
this cord's
unplug.
long. This
It's
cord's
a long cord. It's a
It's a
long
long
cord.
cord. This
Oh,
cord's
okay,
long.
okay, I see it.
This cord's
Yeah.
long.
So yeah, you know, we moving up. We moving up.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Before we get any deeper, I just want to give a birthday shout out to my brother Marcus Hopkins. You know, his birthday on the 20th. It's dropping on Wednesday. His birthday on the 20th. You know, shout out to him. He had me do a lot of things that I can't really tell people. You know, we got some stories, so I'm gonna keep that to myself. But I love you, bro. Shout out to you and your wife. Shout out to my little nephew. You know what I'm saying? So, much love.
You really remember everyone's birthday. You're like my grandma.
Yeah, I try to.
It's
My
his
grandma-
mama. His mama calls us and tells us
Oh.
everything.
Reminds us like once a month whose birthday's coming up.
I have it all on the calendar in the kitchen, so we get a rundown. Okay, this month is so-and-so birthday. I'm like, okay, let me write this on the calendar.
Yo, it's her go-to gift too. Like if she knows people's birthdays, she gives people like yearly calendars and puts like everybody's birthday on the calendar.
Oh wow.
And just gives it out as a gift.
Commitment.
Yeah,
You guys
it's true.
are good. As I don't remember no one's birthday.
Yeah, I don't remember no one's.
There's only 5 birthdays I remember. My mom, my dad, my sister, now him, and my nieces and nephews. But
Dang.
that's it.
I
That's the
remember
only
more
one you
birthdays
really
than
need.
Thank you. I appreciate that because that's what I say all the time. But you know, friends don't take it that way. But
Bro, friends go post it on Instagram anyway. So you just check IG that day and then send them a text. You know, and it's all
No.
good.
Very true. Hop on the, oh my God, happy birthday.
Most people gonna give you like the 3-month countdown anyway.
Yeah,
You know.
people do it. Facebook is major for that because I just go on Facebook and then look at the birthdays, see
It's
if
clutch.
it's anyone I know.
It's clutch.
Like I be mixing up you and Don Bro's birthdays all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I'd be like, damn. And then Lombard's birthday, I completely forget about every year until it gets
Well,
No, but until the day of. So like I forget about it until it's the day of. Like
Oh,
I
my
know
goodness.
it's coming, so I just stay on my toes. Once it gets to like November 10th, between November 10th and November 20th, I stay on my toes and just wait for the first birthday text. And I'm like, all right, it's this day.
hey, shout out to Love Bar, man. Golly. All right, let's talk about Everything Is Love by the Carters. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Let's first start. Did you guys go to the On the Run tour? On the Run 2?
Jada went, I didn't.
I did.
Jada, could you talk about your experience?
Well, first, like Jay-Z and all, but I'm always here for Beyonce. So for me, it's always the Beyonce show. But she's just amazing. He is actually very good in concert too. I want to see him by himself to give him like a separate rating. But everything she does, from the dancing, the singing, the outfits, the performance, there's not a moment where it's just like, damn, why the fuck did I pay? Why did I pay $100 and something for this? Like, she's just worth it 100%. Like, I will always give her all my money. Probably like the only artist that I will like faithfully go and see and give her my money. So yeah, all around, tens.
That's what's up.
Oh,
That's what's
sorry.
up. Drew, when we went, go ahead and talk about your experience.
It was great. Yeah, I agree with everything Jada said. I mean, it's so worth the money. I like everything that Jada said and how she can just perform and not miss a beat. She's never off. Like, it's like, how do you breathe, girl? But yes, so good. Yeah. How about you? I mean, I know your experience was a little different.
Yo, so first off, Michelle Obama was at that concert. Fam.
Yes. She was in the
damn.
booth.
She opened up the
behind
suite.
us.
She's like, yeah, a suite next to us, and she opens.
Oh wow.
Oh,
She
cause
shows her face, and everybody goes.
y'all went to see it in
Crazy.
DC, right?
Yeah, we saw it at FedEx Field.
FedEx, yeah.
So that was dope. But then I'll never forget. For one, yes, Jay-Z gets no love. Got no love. Really, no love at that concert. This man was performing "You Don't Know" off Blueprint, and I'm the only one standing up in my section. I'm like, y'all was a trip. Y'all was a daggone trip. I said, as soon as Beyonce come on, everybody stood up. So that was ridiculous for one. And then Beyonce, I don't know the name of the song, but she sang just a beautiful rendition of whatever she was singing. That was pretty much shitting on Jay-Z the whole time, right?
In the yellow dress?
In the yellow dress. Yep, in the yellow dress. So
As she should. Okay.
you know,
I know exactly what
I'm just
song it
sitting
is.
there like, dang, she just talking about my nigga. And then when she was done, I was like, hey Jay, man, we need you. You gotta come out. We need you, bro. It's getting tight up here. It's getting a little hot up here, bro.
And he really did do that. Like,
Yeah,
he was
I
yelling.
really
God.
did yell that. But it was dope. I was a little hurt that they only, at least for our concert, they only performed like one song off Everything Is Love. Like,
Oh, really?
I think they just did the last, their last song was Ape Shit, and that was it. And I was like, dang. I was really hoping,
Damn.
we got them two together, singing the new stuff a little bit more. But
I like 713. I'm surprised it didn't perform that.
I'm a big fan of 713. Big fan of that one.
Well, since I didn't go to the On the Run tour, I'll talk about my experience at just seeing Jay-Z perform. Which I'm trying to think back and remember because it was a while ago. Tyler, you was there.
I was there.
It's Tyler's first concert.
It was.
It was like I think it was my first concert. Not like first concert that wasn't like a summer jam. because I went to Summer Jam a
Festival.
couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, like your real.
Yeah, like
actual
my first
concert.
real concert was just one person. That was my first.
We drove through a snowstorm, fam.
Yeah, we did drive through a snowstorm
Definitely did.
in a Cadillac DeVille.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
that's
thing
when
was like
Lombard
a
had.
boat.
Yeah, when Lombard had the Cadillac DeVille, I was like, dang. Nah, but that was dope. That really gave me a new respect for Jay-Z, like musically.
Timbaland was there.
Yeah, Timbaland was there. He was
Anytime
on the
Jay-Z changed, Timbaland did the mix.
Yeah, so that was dope. And, it was a good experience. It was at the Garden, TD Garden. And, it was a good time. I mean, it wasn't my favorite concert, but it was a good experience for my first concert, good introductory to concerts. It wasn't too crazy, but it was crazy at the same time. A lot of weed. A lot of weed smoke. You didn't smell it? I smelled it.
I mean, the Weeknd concert was stronger than.
The Weeknd's concert, definitely. Well, we was also in Worcester. That's not the best area.
No.
Worcester. We was in Worcester, so. But the Weeknd concert was a little bit better than performance-wise. Jay-Z was just out rapping, which is dope.
It was good. I'm glad we got to do that, bro.
But yeah, I just wanted to tell my story. I felt left out. All you guys saw
I was
Beyonce
about
and
to
Jay-Z
say shut
together.
the hell up, but
Yeah, because he wasn't proving your point at all. But I will say, I'll give him some credit when he's saying, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's OJ on the Run.
Yeah.
That was like really powerful. He had the backdrop was like the cartoons and how they portrayed like back in the day, like blackface. And then I didn't see like anything else because I was so paying attention to what he was saying, but and I was checking for white folks to see if they were gonna say nigga, but
Still, nigga.
yeah, that was really good. So I'll give him that, but Beyonce still, but I'll give him that.
shout out to B-Man.
I feel like it's just hard to perform with Beyonce, even if you're like equal caliber or you're her husband, because it's like her performance is so high and like so energetic. It's kind of hard if you're not energetic, because Jay-Z's like kind of like smooth and he just raps. Compared to like Beyonce, who's doing a whole damn performance and dancing and singing, and she don't miss a step. It's kind of hard to like get your shine when you're up with that.
I truly believe any dude that was there was like a true Jay-Z fan. So like when he performed, it was just like, I'm not gonna trip on trying to be like my wife. I'm gonna just rap the classics. Like, I'm gonna do my thing, play it cool, and I'm just there to be there. He really was just there so he don't get in trouble. Let's be honest.
Oh my God.
You when you're in trouble. You be getting in trouble with Drew a lot.
I don't think I get in trouble with Drew. Not like I used to. Now that I'm like with her all the time, you see, I just gotta. Long as you with your wife, most of the time, you can't get in no trouble. I think Jay-Z speaks on that with friends. Like, that man said, the house on fire. I ain't leaving without my wife. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stick with your lady and you good. You know? It's, if you go by yourself somewhere, Lord, it's a trip. It's always something.
You see how you said that, and then on your guys' last thing, please correct me. I don't remember her name, but they was talking about Lemonade. And Drew, was you there when he said that it's Jay-Z allegedly cheated? You see how you said that?
Yes. Yes.
I
tell him all the time, like, people who listen to the podcast will probably think he's crazy. Tyler just be saying some off the wall stuff, but I'm just so used to it that I just like, okay.
Look,
I don't pay him no attention. That's why it's good that he has this. So
there is no look. I didn't see.
I'm gonna say, before you speak, let me save you. Before you speak, we agreed that we're saying allegedly because we don't know the full story specifically. but all the evidence points towards cheating, right, Tyler? Like we spoke about.
Let me speak on this. Let me speak on this.
Please
Okay,
do, because
tried
I'm
to
ready
say-
for this. I want to hear it.
The evidence points towards that he did something to upset his wife. Do we know if it was cheating? Do we actually don't know? But we do know he upset his wife. And to be honest, that's all that really matters. You don't upset your wife. You don't do anything that will put your relationship in jeopardy. And
The
could be
evidence
more
is
than just
in the
cheating.
music, though, Tyler.
We do
'cause
know he lied.
he admitted it.
We know
in
for a fact he
444.
lied.
He admitted it in 444, and she said it in Lemonade. So, like,
Bro, when did
That's
she
our
say it in
evidence.
Lemonade?
So the thing is, Tyler is so stuck on this black men don't cheat that he can't.
yeah, black men don't treat. I agree.
Okay.
He can't accept it. I
I'm
have
with
my
you,
own
Drew.
thoughts about that too.
Let
but
me just say, black
I'm
men
with you,
don't
Drew.
cheat started after
Like-
444.
Yeah,
it
black
has
men
to
don't cheat started in
restart
like
every, what,
2018.
The
Yeah,
black man
2018.
don't
Precisely,
cheat
Drew,
movement
precisely.
started after
By
we
Charlamagne
learned
the
that
God.
Jay-Z made a mistake. We don't know if he cheated per se, but if the black woman believes he cheated, then we need to understand we can't let the black woman even think that we cheat anymore. We just can't even let you think we cheated.
So the thing
So
with
We
It's
don't
about
have
the
to
movement.
think. We don't have to think. It's factual.
the thing with the
Look,
black
y'all.
men don't cheat movement is we're trying to change the narrative. So when
Yes.
a black man does cheat, it's not because he's not a black man yet. He's just still in his boy phase.
You
In
know
his-
how
in
long
his-
it takes
in
y'all
his
to
young
get out of
man
y'all
phase.
boy phase?
So
How
let's
old
talk
is
about it.
Drew, how old is Jay-Z? Do
Let's
you
talk
know?
about
How
this.
old is he?
He's
He's
a good
in his-
40 something, right?
He's in his
I-
50s. He's in his
I
50s.
think he's in his 50s.
Because he's way older than Beyonce. So he was still in his boy phase when
Okay.
he married her.
You are
'Cause
correct.
remember, if we're talking about everything is love, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Happy in Love, he goes, I know when we broke up to get back together, I had this sweater. And then he
Mm-hmm.
goes, before that, then she goes, lucky I didn't kill that, B-I-T-C-H, what I
Yep,
better.
she did say
Oh
that.
damn!
So I'm just wondering if that
snap.
is not a what is it, like a mittance? Please correct.
Admittance?
Yeah, sure.
I
Of cheating. I don't know what else it is.
And he said he had to get her a new rock or whatever.
Yep, a new ring.
They had to start over
Yeah.
because there was some, cracks in their foundation.
Why were
You know
those
what I'm
cracks? What do you think those cracks were, Tyler?
Well, let's speak on it. Because Jay-Z in 713 really gives us a detailed description on what he was really feeling and going through during the first parts of their relationship. We talking about a man that was big pimping, spending G's. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a man that was just no emotion. He never felt right. Girls never felt the feelings that he felt. He talks about when they was first on the yacht, like him having to take this leap of faith that he's never done. The feeling of love to him was so new. And it's like, I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that he was like a boy becoming a man. It's the fact that I've never felt this emotion before, and I don't know how to handle this situation. You see what I'm saying? I think that's where we have to have some empathy for this man. How many men really are taught to handle being loved by somebody? How many have that example? I was lucky enough, to see that every day. But a lot of people aren't that lucky to be able to witness that. Maybe am I talking too much?
Are
Anybody
you
elaborate?
saying after he got married, he's trying to figure out how to love? I mean, even if you're trying to figure out how to love, you made a vow. So if you make a vow, just don't cheat.
Right. Right.
Like, she said, what is it? In Love Happy or one of the songs. Yeah, she said, pray for the vows. Because she like, you broke your vows. Look, we're going to have to pray that. I don't break mine.
Right. And it's interesting to me that she's saying we have to have empathy, right? Because are you saying that he didn't experience love in a 2-family household? Or, like, you know what I mean? Because he didn't see a mom and a dad and, like, what a marriage should look like?
Yeah, I believe so. I just don't think he saw that, or even that emotion. I feel like he had to put away for so long that when he started feeling, it was like, yo, this is so brand new. This is something I've never felt before, never experienced. I don't know how to deal with this.
So you're saying we have to have empathy for him after he's been married for this time? Like, I don't know how long he's been married.
I mean, for him, and for a lot of us, right? Marriage is new waters. This is a whole different territory.
Right.
It don't matter how rich you are. It don't matter how good of a businessman. It don't matter if you done sold crack in the streets. This is a whole new thing that people are going into. Am I saying whatever he did that upset him? Am I saying it was wrong? Am I saying it was right for him to do whatever he did? No. But all I'm saying is, you know, this is it's totally new.
But wouldn't you think, like, that motion of feeling love and giving love, wouldn't that be in the process before you get married? Wouldn't that be, like, in the relationship part of the, like, the dating part of your relationship when you start falling in love? You don't just, like, get married, now I'm trying to figure out how to love this person. You already loved this person before you got married.
So what I'll say to that is, Jay-Z speaks on just not having the tools to really figure that stuff out. Now, sure, he could have thought he was ready. You know, he went into the relationship with good intentions, but he didn't have the tools to really go through the good and the bad of a marriage. You know, he had to go and refix himself, go to therapy, like really understand how to deal with those emotions and things like that. But he didn't understand he was broke until this happened. You know, he
until what happened?
Until whatever he did wrong that she felt was wrong.
So the cheating. So the cheating.
This is not about admitting that he cheated. This is about us.
Oh, for you it definitely is, because we know. 1, 2, 3, we know he cheated. But
all right. So look, I'm gonna try to switch subjects.
Don't run.
No, I don't. No, but seriously, I don't want to jump on you because I do want to, like, not like answer your point because I don't know what you're thinking, but I do want to comment as far as saying I do agree, right? Like, when you don't have 2-parent households, love looks differently, or when you don't see a successful marriage, right? You don't know how to go into it as far as mentally, emotionally to make it work, right? To make it strong, to make it last. Like, my parents were not married for years, and they got married when I would turn 18, right? And even still, like, I think my dad cheated on my mom, and there's definitely trust issues, right? So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I could deal with trusting them, because you as the woman, right, or as the man, if you get cheated on, you never fully trust that person 100% over and over again. But for me, it's interesting, the love aspect, because I think black men, black boys get love way more than black women do. Like, my brother, oldest, you know, God rest his soul, but oldest, you know, of 3. He's the oldest boy, only boy, right? And my mom treated us so much differently than, you know, me and my sister, because he is a boy. Like, I think black boys get so much love, and they get too much love. And that's why, right, when they mess up, it's like, oh my God, it's okay, like, we'll figure it out. But when it's women, it's like, oh, you messed up, you need to figure it out on your own. And I think, like, that's the problem. Like, you guys don't need a hug and a kiss all the time. You need to be told what you did was incorrect, and this is what you need to do it, right? Like you said, you need the tools to fix it. So I'm like, you know, I definitely hear where you're coming from, but I also think, like, it's too much. Sometimes a little independence is okay.
I respect it. That's
right.
With that being
said, that's my future wife right there.
Fuck it. Jay-Z cheated.
Hey!
He did it. I'm sorry, Jay. I tried for 2 weeks. I tried to hold you down.
We're
I'm
ending
sorry.
the J&B series with Tyler finally admitted that Jay-Z cheated.
Great job, Tyler. We're proud of you.
All right. So, Drew, you got any questions? I don't want to take over the whole episode.
So that's
Yeah,
how
you
we
just
going
put it on the
into this.
spot.
Right. You got any
Oh, my
questions?
bad. My bad.
Let it come naturally.
Because I had one ready, but I don't
Go
want
ahead.
to.
Let's let it come naturally.
All right. To this amazing couple on the other end of this podcast. I guess, when did you guys like really? When was that moment where either you decided like to really be dedicated to the relationship, like take that leap of faith that's described in like 713? I can speak on that.
Damn, that was a good question. That's what I thought I was meant to ask y'all that. Dang.
He was a good action.
Yes, I sure was. I was thinking about it yesterday. I wrote it down in my phone.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the same exact thing, but like it was along that line.
You gonna answer the question, my nigga?
Oh, I'm gonna let Jada answer first. I want to know what she says.
Sorry, can you repeat it one more time? I got lost in, my future husband's rant.
When was that moment you realized you was ready to make that deeper commitment to him, or take that leap of faith, as they called it?
I'm really like bad with dates. I feel like if we're doing like gender norms, like
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna answer your question, but I feel like if we're doing gender norms, I feel like Jalen's really good with like anniversary dates, like when we first met, things like that. I'm really, really bad with that stuff. Not because like I don't care, I'm just really bad with dates. But moments like stick out for me. So I think the first time that I was like willing to take, I guess you said like the leap of faith, like go further, is we were still like, we hadn't moved in together at this point. We were dating still, like together, but still dating. And my sister had got a median, like had came up on my sister, and hopefully everybody knows what a median is, right? Medium? Okay. Medium. So basically, the medium came to my sister in the bar and said that, like, my brother had been thinking about her. And it was like pretty crazy. She had called me in that moment when I was at Jalen's and we were like laying in bed watching a movie. And I told Jalen, and I think we have a different connection because we both have lost somebody significant. Like I lost my brother, he lost his mom. And then I just remember like just crying, and like, everybody who knows me is like, crying is not a natural form of emotion for me. It's really hard to make me cry or for me to cry. But I remember him just saying that, like, he did think about you, because I was like, why didn't he talk about me? Why didn't he ask about me? And Jalen was just like, oh, he did think about you. Like, maybe he just wanted to really get the message across to your sister, but you need to make sure that you're celebrating him. Like, never a sad moment passes. And that was like, the moment that I was like, yeah, like, I love this man. Like, he opens up a different sensitivity in me that I usually do not have. Makes me talk about things that I usually would not. So, yeah, I think that's when I took my leap of faith.
That's beautiful.
That almost made me cry. I forgot about that.
I know. I was like, ooh.
Oh gosh. Dang. Mine's is
You
way.
should have went first, Jalen.
Right.
I can't top
you,
that.
bro.
Mine's is shoot. Mine's is from day one. I told this story about all the time. From the first time I saw her, I wanted to marry her, but I was scared, and I was with the devil.
Stop calling her
We're
that.
going to stop calling this woman the
I was
devil.
over here like, what? And I was like,
But no, I mean, I think I told this story before, but I may be saying it wrong. I think it was that moment. Like I think I talked about when we was in this. There was one day back at school, saying some, they had the coffee shop. There was this day in the coffee shop when we first like started talking. Maybe I fall in love faster than the normal person, but there was this moment we was in there, and I felt like there was nobody else in there in a crowded space but Jada.
Oh.
So, at that moment, even though it was super early in our relationship, I was like, yeah, I love this woman. I'm going to hold on to these emotions and just wait. But, like, at that moment, I was like, I think I love this woman. So that was my moment when I was like, I'm all in. Plus, I'm super faithful, so no matter what, if I'm in a relationship, I'm all in until the other person messes up. Like, I will make it work. Like, I'll make it work even if, you know, if it was anything wrong. But we've been doing good. We good. I gotta work on my listening skills, but you know.
Oh, brother, I'm on the same wave.
Who doesn't need to work on their listening skills? You know.
People who good at listening. Most.
I guess so. I mean, dang.
Mostly women. they good at it, you know.
But I'm gonna bring that question back to y'all. Just bring it back, throw it like a boomerang.
You wanna
right back at you.
Go first? Yeah, you should go first. Go first.
Man, I'll go first. I think we just got back together. We just got back together, and Dreu was living out in Baltimore County. And for one, when I realized I was finally willing to, I mean, of course I had the resources, but still, I realized I was finally willing to make any effort, whatever it took to go see her. Like, I had to do it. Like, really, not seeing her, especially at that time when she was away, it was just like, I was just like, every day would be like, what am I doing with my life? You know? So, like, whenever I had the chance to do it, like, when we first got back together, I was like, I'm getting on this bus. I'll go buy a bus ticket, get on the bus, she'd come pick me up. But then just, like, I just always felt at peace with her around. And I was like, yeah. I was like, this is it. I was like, I'm comfortable with this. You know, this before when I was we went together, it was just like a lot of things was just not right. Nothing felt okay. And so being around her, I'm just a better person. I'm just at peace with a lot more things. I don't get upset as easily. And you know, it's always interesting because she just always notices the little things that I do. I know I be putting this on Instagram quotes sometimes, but like, she the only person know I like ice in my cup. So like, she'll always give me something to drink. Ice in that joke, I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. It's so crazy. Yeah, I know it's so small, but it's real. It's real. So I appreciate you, girl. I just want to let you know that.
So I feel like mine is probably a little bit unconventional. So the time I feel like I actually realized, like, I think I'm gonna marry this man, or like, you know, I want to marry this man, is actually when we broke up. And like, naturally I still wanted to hold on to a part of him, so I would, you know, still want to text him. I thought that could work, but then it couldn't. I had to cut it off because he was tripping. But
hey, she hit me. It was like, look, we can't be talking no more. I'm trying to get my grades right. I don't got time for you right now.
I need to just let you go because I need to live.
Yeah.
So that's when, but it was the moment that I knew I could let him go, was when I was like, you know, this may be the man I want to marry, because I was just kind of at peace with the fact that if he is for me, I can let him go and he'll come back, you know. Right. So that was really when I feel like, you know, I was at that place, if that makes sense. And then when he texted me,
I came back.
He came back. And it was funny because I even asked my brother, I was like, should I let him back in? And my brother was like, no. And then I did. I did anyway. So.
Shout out to Dom. Shout out to my brother-in-law.
He was looking out for his sister, so I appreciate it.
I see you, bro.
As he should.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
And he said it with the swiftness, like, no.
The funny thing is, when we I think when she was in PG for like a couple of days, and I drove to their apartment, and while I'm driving into the apartment, her brother driving out, and we just like crossed past. He just like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What's happening?" And we just kept moving. Like he was like, do that shit again." That's the kind of look I got. Like, do that shit again. Watch what happens. Ooh,
oh my god, that's
what
funny.
a time! What a time! It's kind of. Have y'all had some type of rough patch to like bring y'all closer?
What
I'll
would
let
you
him
s-
answer.
What would you say the rough patch was?
I said I'll let you answer.
Jalen trying to defer all questions.
No, I just what was our rough patch? Oh, was it that time? What was the rough patch?
They asked both of us the question. So
What's
I'll
the rough
let
patch
you
to
answer.
you?
Oh,
Jalen.
what was my rough patch? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I had like I don't. You know what? I remember. It was around the time my Uncle Steven passed. Is this what you're talking about?
Nope.
What you're thinking of? Oh, well, it was around the time that my Uncle Steven passed, and the devil had hit me up and asked if she can come. I'm gonna call it the devil because that's how I felt, and that's how she treated me, like the devil. Okay.
Just say my
I feel
ex.
like every time you say the devil, like this red face should pop up.
We need like a graphic for this.
Yeah. So she had hit me up asking if she could come to the funeral, and I still had a lot of animosity towards this woman, and I was like, I don't want her showing up to my uncle's funeral, and I'm mad at her, and I just cuss her out at the funeral. That's disrespectful to my uncle. It's not about me. So I was like, before you go to my uncle's funeral, because she was close to my Uncle Steven, she was close to his daughter. She still talks to his daughters all the time, I guess. I don't know. But that's what she had communicated to me. So she had hit me up on Facebook, by the way. I never had her phone number, just so everyone knows.
To make it clear.
Yeah, just to make it clear. So I was like, you know what? We can meet today, and let's get this out the way now. And I went and met with her, and we talked, and I aired out all my grievances, and like got all my animosity out on her, and she did the same. And then we made it copacetic, so when she does show up at the funeral, I'm not feeling no type of ill way towards her, and I could just worry about my uncle. I didn't want to be worried about somebody else while I'm at my uncle's funeral. But I didn't tell Jada I was going to do that until after I had done it. And this was the issue. And she was upset with me because I didn't lie, but I lied by omission, and I didn't give her a chance to express how she felt about me doing that. Is that correct?
Why didn't
Is that
you
how
say
you feel?
anything?
I honestly, to be honest, I was really just trying to get it out the way and over and done with, and I didn't even think about that. And I was like, I called her immediately after just to let her know what just had happened, but I guess I should have just called her first before, and I apologize for that. And I should have expressed what I wanted to do, because I guess coming outside from outside of that situation, it seemed as if like, oh, she hit me up and I ran when I shouldn't be running to no other woman. But it wasn't that at all. It was more so I needed to get that out from me personally so I can grow and I could be a better man for Jada. But I should have communicated that before I went and done did it. You get my drift? So that I think that was a rough patch because I had to like earn her trust again, kind of, sorta, a little bit, and I had to like communicate to her that like things I do is always with like good intentions for my woman, for Jada, and maybe I need to just make sure I communicate things I'm going to do that I think might be iffy beforehand before I just go and do them. Because it came off as like a disrespect to my relationship. And that was like the complete opposite thing I was planning on doing. Like I literally did it just so I can get all my animosity out, let go all my anger. I just keep calling it the devil because I think it's funny. But I wanted to get that all out at that time, and I just didn't communicate to Jada that that's what I wanted to do beforehand. I told her after the fact.
I'm glad you learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, learned
That's
my
what's
lesson.
That's the good thing.
And then she told all my cousins and my aunts, and they cussed me out at the funeral at the repast. And that was horrible. At the repast. And everyone was drunk.
For the record, I didn't tell them anything. They saw her show up to the funeral.
Okay. And then Jada was like, "Oh, why was she there, Jalen?" And then looked at me, and then I had to explain myself to my aunts and my cousins. That's what she did do. She didn't tell them anything, and then I got cussed out, which I deserved, because I got cussed out by Jada, and I got cussed out by my girl cousins, and sometimes you need that in life to be better.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
But that was my rough patch, I want to say.
Okay.
That's when I feel like we had a rough patch. Is that a?
That's your rough patch.
Okay.
You see how Drew said, what do you think your rough patch is?
You're right.
He's trying to figure out what he
on
did.
It, Jada.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
Do you guys want me to go next, or you want to
boomerang? We'd love to hear this. We would love to hear this.
That was not our rough patch. Prior to what people think, I am actually very understanding if you just tell me head on straight, the truth. I didn't care because I knew they needed to have a conversation long before. So obviously, he needed closure, and that was something I told him he should have did anyways. But anyways, my rough patch was his family. I don't know how that wasn't like the bull on the nose or the pin on the nose. Jalen and his family are really close. Nothing wrong with that. Again, my family dynamic is very different. But at multiple times, his aunt was really disrespectful. There was a moment in time where she had talked about my mother. And, I am a respectful person. My parents raised me right, so I didn't say anything, didn't come out sideways. And that's also something that's very characteristic of me, but she is my elder, so I respected it. So he was at work, and I was at his house waiting for him to come off work or whatever. My parents wanted to adopt one of my cousins, and she had said something to the, why would she want to adopt somebody else, and she's struggling with you, type of thing. So I remained quiet, and then I was just like, So I called Jalen naturally, and I'm just like, did you tell your family member, your aunt, what I had told you in confidence? Me and my mother weren't on great terms then. We were always arguing. And, in Jalen fashion, I kind of did, kind of didn't. And I'm like, okay, so you did. So I'm like, great. We need to have a conversation. So I was like, I'll be ready when you come home. So I was ready, dressed and ready to go. We went out for dinner, and I'm just like, I just need a explanation why you thought that was okay. Because what I'm telling you in confidence is strictly for your ears and not your family's ears. And also, it's probably very unconditional, but our parents really have not even met yet, right? So it's just you're already giving your aunt a preconceived notion of my mother before she even met her. And my mom is a lot of things, but if anybody is going to disrespect my mother, that's a no. Right. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to speak on it. So we had a conversation about that, but that was a rough patch for me, because that's something I would never do. But again, I get it. His family is very open. They share a lot of things. But for me and my family, we're very private. And for me, it was that's my business. You don't share my business with anybody else. Because I decided to tell you in confidence, and it wasn't a, Nana and aunt situation. It was a Jada and Jalen situation.
Yeah, that's rough. I can respect that.
Yeah, I had a hard time with like my communication with my family is so good that like we just always just say what's on our mind. Like I just go to them and talk to them about anything and everything. So like that's when I had to learn that like some things I shouldn't repeat to my family at least. But yeah, that was my I learned from that. I still have struggle with it, but it's nothing anything serious I repeat. It's always little things. But like now it's just like I know better than some things stays home with us and then some things it's okay, but I that's something I had to learn at that time. I forgot about that.
About Dreu had to deal with my family. I ain't never telling no story, but just dealing with my family in general, it was definitely
look at Dreu shake her head.
It was hard on her.
Yes. I love my mama in love. I do. But in the beginning, when we were in high school, it was really rough for me. Like, they were always welcoming. That was never a problem. But it was, I think what she's learning is she says a lot of things with her face. So you can always read it. And then even some things that she would say in front of me, like I always had the feeling that she didn't want me with, she wanted Tyler to be with someone else. And that was something I had to like work through a lot. And me, I had a smart mouth. I was in high school. I was still growing. But I was one that would speak my mind. And that was probably not the best at the time. But I was kind of like, if I feel it, I'm going to say it. And that's how a lot of things happen then. I have grown a lot since then, so that doesn't happen now.
Even dealing with planning for the wedding, we would say something. We would say something, and my mother would just give you that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. It was just like,
yes.
Oh, like,
and
this
and she would actually like kind of like, like, because as y'all saw at the wedding, I like sunflowers, so I wanted sunflowers included. And when I would show her different things, because she wanted to help, she was like, "Ooh, that look a little country," and I'm like, "What if I am a little country? Like, what? I don't understand." But I think the difference now is that I know her heart,
right?
So, but back then I just didn't. And at the same time, now we are married and it's different. Now that we're
married, she is a different woman.
Yeah. So like at the time, I understand that she was, really just looking out for her son and all that stuff. So that's cool. But I wanted to comment on like what Jada said and like Jalen having to understand what to share with his family and whatnot. That's actually something that recently we had a conversation about. Like I said, I'm very open, so I tend to share a lot. I'm kind of like an open book. So there was one time Tyler was just like, "Look, my family don't have to know everything." And I was like, I get it. Yeah. Like sometimes after I say it, I'd be like, say something, I'm like, yeah, I probably didn't have to say that.
It's like, I know we all family now, but just it could be real small, but my mom,
his mom would like get on
like reprimand me for stuff. So we'll go over there and she'll be like, "You keeping the house clean? You doing this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing all that." She'll be like, "Boy, you know you ain't doing this, that, and third." I'm looking at Dreu like, "Hey, we supposed to be a united front."
Yeah, see, what I didn't understand was, like, at the time she wouldn't say anything, but, like, the next day, like, because, we would go over there for Sunday dinners. The next day she would call him and, like, get on him for the things that I would say. And I was like, "Oh, okay, gotcha."
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's always funny. Even before, like, I be like, "Look, I know I ain't do this, but they don't have to know I ain't do it."
That's funny. Tyler said the same thing to me about the podcast.
What?
When I was like, remember that eating ass thing?
Oh yeah, you were wild. You were wild for that.
I still think that's hilarious.
You know, I try to be as open as on the podcast or something. I feel like, hey,
I was like, I had all my aunties on Facebook flabbergasted.
yeah, you gotta keep that one to yourself.
I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was funny. I thought it would be clickbait. It obviously wasn't, but still, I still think that's funny. I laugh about that all the time, just randomly.
So, okay. How does one gain they trust back? Jay was talking about he had to work to gain his trust back with you, Jada. How does that happen? How does one get their trust back from you? Or how does Jalen get his trust back?
Like I said, I don't know. I don't think that situation wasn't as big to me. Like, as far as trust wise, right? Obviously, I didn't like that you went to go meet with your ex, right? This is a woman that you had known for years. It was like your high school sweetheart into like college. It was kind of like y'all, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, didn't like that. Like, would I have rather been told? Yes. But I knew, like I said, that was something that needed to happen because she was, in my mind, disrespectful. Like, closure needed to happen because he clearly wasn't over it. And, things seep into your relationship from past relationships, right? I mean, I hope this is okay to say, but there was times where, sometimes he is insecure about certain things. And it's just like, that's the way she was talking to you. That's like the way that she was confronting you. So, you always got to make sure that it's like, I'm not that person. Like, I'm somebody different. So I think like actions are always a big thing for me. Like with his family thing, I think that one really took time for me to understand too, like I said, because very different as far as like relationship wise with our families. Like Drew, you said, like you're very open, right? Jalen is Drew in this situation and I'm like not, like I'm just really not. So I think I had to also understand too, because I think that's what I was missing. Like I was missing that, like, they are a family that is very communicative, and my family is not, right? So I need to learn how to balance it and also like, accept it, but at the same time, put a firm hold on like what's our business is kind of our business. Or, right, if you think that this is something you should share, just let me know. And I will say like, okay, like, yeah, you can share that, yeah, you can't. But yeah, I think for me, I've always been like an action speak louder than words person. So it took some time, but he did show me like in his actions, like as far as like, oh, can I ask this? Can I tell this before he would go over to his aunts or his grandmothers to tell them certain stuff? And I'm like, yeah, like you can tell that. That's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I think actions.
Actions speak louder than words.
Damn, I was just about to say that. Dang it. I was thinking it. I didn't move my mic fast enough. Tyler, what was your rough patch? You didn't say yours.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, you tried to get out of that asking another question. I see you.
Other than the obvious.
Okay, I've been speaking of my rough patch since like episode 3. That's a tough question, actually, cause can't ever. I'm not gonna say I ain't never done nothing messed up, but I can't ever recall a situation where I was like, I did something absolutely like. I'm gonna have to pass this to my wife. I'm gonna have to pass this. No, seriously, I'm not.
I feel like it's all connected. Like, what got us to the, deciding to break up in the first place was communication. Like, being away, Tyler, he's the type of person who likes to be present in the moment, which I do understand, but we're also in a relationship. And back in high school, before we went to college, I asked him, I said, do you want to stay in a relationship or throughout college, or do you want to break up? And I was actually surprised when he said, I want to stay in a relationship. So it's not like I didn't give him a decision. But I think the biggest thing was communication. What was trying to come back from that. Because he would, as I guess assume, would just throw his phone in the corner and won't go back to it until like 8 hours later. And I'm over here like, because on the other end, with me being one, very faithful and very, like, I guess in my books, I would just, it sounds sad to me after listening, but I was just really in my room studying, like, picking up my phone every few hours, like, okay, did I hear from Tyler yet or whatever? And I would even, like, if I knew he was going out, I would try to stay up until I thought he was done, but I just would never hear from the boy. So it's amazing that it lasted as long as it did through college.
Yeah.
But when we came home, everything was good. Like when he came home for the summer and everything, we were good. But I would just say throughout the relationship was communication, pretty much.
Okay, you're right.
A lot of distractions in college.
So
we always do something.
Yeah, we was
always
doing
do something.
If it wasn't, play Xbox, we was going to a coffee shop. We was doing all that, but that is no excuse.
Yeah,
there's no excuse because I definitely and I would talk to Jay about it. I would talk to all of them about it. It's like, bro, I gotta do better, like every time, and it just
that's where the actions.
It just
come
didn't
in,
happen. It didn't happen. Even and I've talked about this. I talked about this on the Chilombo episode. To the long distance thing, and I should have done better. She was, Drew even would send me just them email essays.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. You used to always be like, "Oh dang, like, I gotta do better, Jay."
Yeah, and I don't know what it. Yeah,
he'd always say that. He'd be like, "Oh damn, I got email. I gotta do better, Jay."
I got an email.
The thing was though, as much as there was a lot of communication, but us being together during that time, like, it kept me very grounded in like who I was and what I was there for. So as much as I know we should communicate, like even just knowing you was there for me, help me out major. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Actually, it's funny because I talk about it on Simone's episode too. I literally, it's crazy. But since we've been back together, since we got together, got married, like, what would you say is something that I got to do better on?
Was us. I mean, we already spoke about this. I mean, consistency is still a thing. So he's good at doing things in spurts. He is, but
I hear that.
I'm a sprinter.
Yeah, he's not no marathon runner. Okay,
I'm trying to be more like Neil.
But I'm with Jada. Like, actions is everything. Like, you can say it and it sounds nice, but especially me, like, if I don't see the actions, then I'm just like, okay, words don't do much. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm doing a lot better, especially since we really worked on communication and like we read, reading the 5 love languages, and like it forced us to have those conversations. So I've definitely been doing better. There's no way I'm perfect, but I'm not gonna make the excuse of being not perfect. I still gonna do better, but I'm glad that we are. Marriage is just a consistent, like, all right, what I do yesterday, how can I figure it out and do better the next day? It's one of those things. So
yeah, that's something I've been trying to I've been learning, trying to figure out how to be better. Like, my thing now is trying to work on being more present. Like, the last couple of days, I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of just throw my phone to like the other couch or just throw it on the table.
Hey.
And I've been trying to work on, especially the last couple of days, I've been really trying to work on being more present.
Wow, we so much alike. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's why y'all best friends, clearly.
Yo, we was watching a movie one time. This is like a couple months ago. We watched a movie and I was just on my phone. And Drew just took my phone. Okay,
like
couple weeks, couple days. Drew just took my phone, threw it on the other couch. I was like, You
I do that too.
Yeah, Jada be doing that, and I've been working on it. I've really been working on it. Like when I notice I have my phone, I be noticing I have my phone in my hand now, and I be like, put it back down, and then or like try to throw. The other day I threw it onto the other end of the couch. I don't know if you noticed, but I did that. And then
He's like, I didn't need
last night last night
Right.
last night I just left it on the table face down, and like we watched Judas in the Black Messiah. Great movie, by the way. I kind of wanted to talk about it.
I live for the people because I love my people. All right,
The Black Panther Party gonna start a rainbow coalition.
I am a revolutionary.
I am a revolutionary. That was a good movie.
Yeah, but being present is definitely important.
For sure.
I have a question. So, it's to you, Jalen. Is there a time when you felt that pride has gotten in the way of like a good opportunity or in the way of like growing in your relationship?
Think. I don't think so. I'm not very prideful. You think I'm prideful? Like I'm not like super like I'm not gonna do something because of this and that. Like I'm kind of like I just usually just go with the motion. Like I never like let my pride get the better of me, unless it's like a physical altercation. Then I get real prideful, like or like an argument in a parking lot. But that's when my pride really shows. Like
It's the Gemini side.
yeah, like my pride really comes out only like when someone like confronts me, like with something that I don't agree with, or like I get angry. Like in parking lots of grocery stores on multiple occasions.
All right.
But yeah, I never let really let pride like ruin an opportunity to better my relationship. Unless like, what do you think? Like, have you ever gotten like an argument where like I wouldn't back down because of my pride, or like?
I don't think so.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say I'm not prideful, but like I never let my pride get the best of me.
Okay.
If anything, it's my insecurities would get the best of me.
I know I'm definitely still pretty prideful. First, it used to show up in the relationship in regards to like how much I was going to do to show how much I cared. Like when we was like first, like especially back when like college or high school or something, it was just like I just felt like I was too cool to like go above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just do this. You know, it's still within my like. All right, that's. It just felt like I felt like I was always ready. Always had like my brother in my ear, like, bruh, like, what is you doing? Like I just kept hearing that for the longest. Like, bro, you really, you whip, like you know. But now I think
I hate that.
I hate that word. Like
I hate
what's
that.
wrong with
Like, what do you
expressing?
expect? I'm with this woman, right? How do you mean I'm whipped?
When we have arguments, I don't even think we don't really have arguments. When we had debates, like my attitude really shows up in regards to like being right. Because if I know I'm right, like I won't have an argument about it. I'll be like, I mean, if you think I'm wrong, figure it out. Or like, look it up.
Oh my gosh.
I know I'm right. You ain't gotta tell me. I won't listen. Like, you ain't gotta tell me. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm right. Shoot. Go ahead figure that out. Like, you know, I won't take the time to like really listen to it. And I do catch myself. I catch myself real quick, but it's just the fact that I even took it to a certain level. I just didn't have to, you know. So, you know, I'm still a work in progress.
Well, that's just being a know-it-all.
That's pride.
Is being a know-it-all pride?
Yes.
Oh dang. Well, I guess so. I'm a know-it-all. I know I'm a know-it-all. I tell Jada I gotta stop being such a know-it-all, because I think I know everything.
Everything.
I be looking up so much stuff though. Sometimes you be looking up so much stuff. You're like, yeah, I already know what that is.
Just like the Birkins and the Birkenstocks.
Oh, I didn't look that up at all. I just seen that on Instagram.
But it's funny. It's funny you say that because when Jay and I discuss stuff for the podcast, I'll bring him an idea, and then if he like has a rebuttal, I'll be like, "Okay, do your thing, bro. You got it." I let him have it.
If only you guys can bring that into the relationship. If it was that easy, everything would be solved.
Sometimes I want him to rebuttal though when he brings something,
but
just so I can get that idea of like if it's cool, if it's cool or not, or if it will work.
But see, it's like if you're working on the videos, right, and you ask me about the videos, I don't ever edit. I'm not about to tell you. I don't feel like I'm supposed to tell you about the videos because it's like I'm not in that lane. So
yeah, but I just like feedback to be like, oh, did that work or did that not work?
The videos look good, Jay. I must say.
Thank you.
I be noticing the little switches. I was like, Jay doing his thing.
I be getting some new ideas, every now and again.
I know Tyler doesn't say it, so I'm gonna tell you.
Nah, Tyler.
Yesterday,
Tyler be making it weird. He be like,
I hyped him up, man. He sent me a video the other day. I'm like, bro, that's perfect. Oh my goodness.
He said, I'm proud of you, and I did not know how to respond to that. He was like, yo, you're doing good, bro. I'm proud of you. I was like,
That's my everyday life.
How do I respond to this?
Appreciate it, but
she don't know how to react when I
just be like, thanks.
Yep. That's me too, Drew.
When I be hyping you up, I be hyping up Jada all the time.
Why can't you guys accept this love we try to give you?
Yeah, that's how we love you.
It just feels forced sometimes. It's like, damn, is it really a compliment or you just like, you're trying to get it out? Which is like, okay, get it. You guys you're trying to do your listening thing more or show the love, whatever the hell you guys want to call it. But it's just like, it feels so forced. Like,
thank you. It's sometimes to me, it just sounds sarcastic. Like, can you say it in a normal tone? Like, Tyler just be like, all right, girl, I see you. And I'm just like,
that's Jalen. Like, y'all been hanging out with each other for too long.
Sarcastic or is this
I
how you
really
really
be thinking like,
I be really dead ass.
On the inside, on the inside, I be like, oh my good. Oh,
yeah, I be doing the same thing. Oh, that's how I be. See, this is how we used to react all the time, Tyler. We used to do the same shit, and everyone thought we was
so
joking.
you want a compliment just in regular form? Be like, you look good today.
Yes.
Without all the whoopie-whoop, you don't want all that extra.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Can y'all get that to us?
Yeah,
I
want that. I want it.
No, I don't like that because it feels like it's fake. Like, I'll give Jalen a genuine compliment. I'm like, oh, you look good today. Like, when he looks good. But if not, why am I going to give you a compliment? Because then I'm lying to you. Like, it just feels like fake.
Let me tell you. Okay, he says this, but the one day when I literally pulled a Tyler on him, he was getting dressed to go play golf, and
I love that.
Put on like a golf polo and some khakis or whatever. I was like, oh, you look good. And, I wear glasses. So I was in bed, so I was like, let me put on my glasses. I was like, oh yeah, you look good. And then he was like, I get it.
Yeah, you see?
I didn't feel like I looked good that day. Like, if you tell me that and I know, it just make me feel even better. But I don't know.
I did think that. But I was like, hold on, let me put on my glasses just to make sure. I did all the dramatics. Put my glasses on. I said, yeah, you look good. And he was just like, all right. And like, he kind of felt what I feel all the time when he's just like, and this heightened.
But, okay.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever told you look bad. So maybe I need to balance it.
No.
Is that what you got?
What?
That's not what they were saying.
I'm like, what?
No, here's my thing, because I tell her, she don't be believing me no more. Because I just tell her like she looks amazing, and she do every time to me. Because she'll be like, what do you think about this? I'll be like, girl, it's fine. You look good.
But that lets us know that it's not fine. Like, you need to be like, oh, that looks good with this. Or, right, like, I don't really like the bottom, but I like, you guys think you have to be like fashion experts, but it's like, you also like what you like on your lady, right? So it's just like, just say if that actually looks good or it doesn't.
If you don't like them shoes she got on, just say, hey, them shoes ain't doing it today.
See, the thing about Tyler, he will tell me I look good in anything, even when I know I'm like, no, I don't. Like, my hair looks crazy. He's like, you look good, let's go.
That's Jalen too.
This is the part where it's like, I can't believe you because I know when I look crazy.
Yes.
It be Jada looking good to me.
Yes.
It be Jada, it really do
and
look good too.
And now you see why it's concerning, because it's like, okay, if I'm going to walk out the house, I need to be confident that when you tell me, I'm looking good, that I look good, and not just like, girl, you look good in anything,
See, this is me and Tyler on the same page with this, because let's just admit, Tyler, that we both just love our women, and no matter how they look, we love them. So when y'all get old,
I'm gonna try to be better judge of. If you ask me, I'm gonna do better at being what's the word? What am I looking for here?
Real.
Yes.
I'm good at that though. When you ask me like what you wearing, like I'll be good. I'll be telling you if something don't work.
She has just said you not. She just talked about this.
I swear I'll be telling. I was listening.
Amen. You see that? You hear that? You hear that?
Nah, I was listening. I swear, but I was thinking about all the time she be getting ready, and all the time she be like, oh, do I look good? And I'd be like, yeah, you look good. Or the times be like, oh, do these shoes go with this? I'm like, nah, I wear the other shoes. Stuff like that. I do that all the time. I'll give you that. Or wear that other top.
I tried to do that for a while. I was good, but it was just like my wife's process. It just don't. It just be like another pair. we be going through the things, and I be like,
gotta get it right.
Right. So you're gonna rush her out the house just so you can get out, and then she'd be looking like, I don't really like this.
Look, my style is very basic. I'm a basic nigga. So
that don't mean your wife has to be basic.
No, it's not that. It's not
somebody gotta be popping in the
I'm not saying
Tom.
she gotta be basic, but I'm saying is if she asks me if it matches, and it's like whatever feel good to you. That. My thing is whatever feel good to you. If it don't feel good, if it make it itch, then put something else on.
He has this thing with itching.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he had.
I was like,
if I put on a shirt and I'm itching, I gotta shave.
Yeah, he has this thing about itching a lot. But after having this conversation with y'all, I feel like the thing isn't that y'all don't listen. It's that y'all don't understand. Because I'm still trying to figure out how Tyler got from that. I need to tell you, you look bad sometimes. Like, where did you get that? What did I say?
We getting close to the end of the episode. So we gonna do some quick hitters real quick.
Yeah, we gonna get to that.
What do you guys think was the best feature? Was there
I'm
only
gonna
one
let you
feature?
know right now, Tyler. That was a bad segue.
Right, you try to not answer the question.
That was a bad segue, Tyler. Just to let you know.
I appreciate you.
That wasn't your best. See, this is how we work on it. This is how we working on it.
Thank you, Jalen.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get into some quick hitters. See,
okay,
we
can't say who was the best feature because Pharrell was the only feature.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that was Pharrell? I just need to know. From listening, did y'all know off the break that was Pharrell?
Yeah, I thought it.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm about to be like, no, I didn't even know.
Yeah, that was Pharrell. Shout out Pharrell. I could do anything. That was Pharrell.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either until about 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Who was better? And I think we all know, but
that's a good
Beyonce
question.
or Jay-Z, who had the better performance overall on the project?
Beyonce.
I think they both cooked.
They both did.
I think it was equal.
But
I think
Beyonce. First of all, this girl,
she sang her ass off.
She came out not even singing, bro. She came out
and she was rapping
bars.
And she was
rapping.
rapping.
That was my thing. I was like, she sounds so good rapping. Like,
yes,
I would listen to her.
But she got the blueprint from Jigga, so I'm still give my man's a little credit on that.
Yeah,
God.
she learned from the best.
She
I
learned
can
from
say,
the bad. But she killed it. So, you know,
Yeah.
shout out to Beyonce. She really did kill it. Jay-Z, first of all, Jay-Z did the right thing as a husband. Just fall back, my nigga. Just fall back, let your career take over. So
I think
he knew he had to come home.
they did good at like the role playing thing, like when they did the whole we broke up and got back together, and when they were going back and forth on that, I thought that was good. So
I find it hilarious. You know, Jay-Z said, you know, tried to rhyme like common sense. I ain't been common sense, and he pulled out like 3 or 4 common references in this joint. So that's just
I forgot
hip hop shit right there.
Yeah, that's real. That's some.
I think Boss is like, that's my anthem when I'm like, oh, I'm about to go somewhere. Okay,
Right.
gotta get excited. Just because, one, she comes in, Jay-Z raps first, right? Then she comes in and she raps, but then it's so effortless how she switches into singing. And it's just like, wow, like you can just really do both and it still gets you hyped. Like there's no like time when I'm like down in the song. It's like, okay, I'm waiting for you to start singing again, but I also want to hear you like just like talk. And it's the way that she uses her voice. Like she is rapping, but it's like a hard, like when somebody's talking to you and they really want you to get the message. Like Boss was like, that speaks to my soul.
I kind of felt like low key when they was rapping, like Beyonce was competing with Jay-Z, like they was having a competition like amongst themselves.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this, but we should have last episode, like on the song "Bam," how when they was recording it, Jay-Z couldn't get it right, and then the only reason he started doing better, he started figuring it out is because Beyonce was in the studio like, damn, you need to get this together. Or let me take the beat. I'll take the beat.
Beyonce's about to take that beat.
Yeah, she was about to take the beat from him, and
He looked at her like, watch this.
Yeah, and then he watched this. So like now, like thinking, like listening to this album, like knowing that story, I'm like, oh, they competing when they rapping, and it showed like the effort and the quality, and like it showed that they was helping each other out, even Beyonce helping him out with his bars and like going back and forth.
Iron sharpens iron. Hold on now. You think Beyonce really helped him with his bars?
Oh yeah.
Watch. I think what was
yeah, they both. If it's a collaboration album, it's a collaboration. They gonna help you. All she gotta say is, "Oh, I think you should say it like this." Even No ID on 444 helped him with his bars, so it's not like it's an uncommon thing. You ask your wife for some input. Oh, how's this sound? She's like, "Oh, switch this up or switch this down," and he do the same for her.
They were doing it onto, I think it was Black is King. Did you guys watch the Black is King? And she does one of the verses for on the Lion King album. And he's like, nope, do it again. And she's like, okay, I'll do it again. And then when he, I don't think he's on it, but he's just listening to her. He's like, nope, do it again. And it's like, it speaks to just her craft too. And like, now I think Jay-Z has always been, right, like one of the top-notch rappers in my opinion. Yeah, in my opinion, but it just speaks to their work ethic because she's like 100% a perfectionist, but also Jay-Z is no like slut either, right? Like he always makes sure his rapping, like the production is like 100%. So it like shows and everything is love too that like it's tit for tat, but it's also like a good competitive.
Yeah. It's like a healthy competition where it's like the winner, they're both the winner because it's their album together.
Right.
That man, Songwriters Hall of Fame without ever writing a bar. It don't make no daggone sense. So Jada, you said Boss was your favorite?
Yeah, that's like my anthem. That's like my like, oh, we out the house or I'm getting ready to go somewhere. Like whenever the world opens back up, that's my song that I'm putting on in the car. Yeah, to go to the bar, to go out with my friends, stuff like that.
Yeah, she does love that song.
Drew, what's your favorite on the album?
My favorite is Nice. And I'm nice.
I like it.
That's a good one.
I do my little stiff dance, as Tyler
She do a little
said.
She got her shoulders up. She just. Jay, what's your favorite, man?
Oh, I like 713. I thought 713 was hard.
713 was hard. Yep. It was.
I thought that
Is
one.
that your favorite song too?
No. But it's
Yeah,
tough.
I thought 713 was hard. Yeah, that's my favorite song.
I gotta go with Black Effect.
Oh yeah.
It's just the toughest thing ever. I'm good on any MLK Boulevard.
We good. That was good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I thought the whole album was good.
Oh yeah.
It was like they were really talking their stuff. Like it was just like every song, like dang.
They was just
Okay.
letting y'all know we that couple.
Yeah, I think it was a good conclusion from Lemonade to 444 to Everything Is Love. It was like a good way to wrap up the story. Like, yeah, we let out all our dirt. Everything was put out on the table, and now we're wrapping it back up. We got through it together, and now everything is love. Everything's good. Everything's.
I hope to hear another Carter's album.
Yeah.
On what what else do they have to say right now? Not sure. I'm glad that they're at a point where they could just focus on their family and focus on their kids. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping they get to do a little more stuff together. You know,
I think Beyonce is working on the Black Panther 2 soundtrack.
She is.
Yeah.
And I think she's gonna do probably like one. I feel like it's sad to say, but I feel like she's gonna do one more album solo, and then I think like I don't want to say she's done, but I think like she's gonna be done.
At least for a minute.
Yeah.
She might go on like a Las Vegas
as an artist. It's
residency.
Like you could never really retire, especially her. Like she could drop new music any day.
Jay-Z already retired once.
Yeah.
Remember when he retired for like 3 months?
Nobody
was on Judas and the Black Messiah album.
Yeah, he was with Nip.
That's still crazy.
That song, I like that song. It was okay.
I still gotta hear the whole thing.
Yeah.
Worst song. You know, no disrespect. I mean, every song is good, but what would you say is the worst song on the album?
Let me look now.
I can't think. This was a tough one because there's only 7 songs.
I don't know.
This is the hardest question every week.
Yeah.
I gotta look at it. Hold up.
I kind of feel like if I had to pick one, and it's not that I don't like this song because I do. So if I had to pick one, I would just say Summer.
Yeah, I think I was
about to say
the same thing.
Intro into the album, but I feel you on that. Mine might be Friends.
What?
That's what I was thinking, and I was like,
really?
yes, that's what I was thinking.
How's Friends all again?
Friends are better than your friends.
Yeah.
That's actually my second favorite song, only because I love a good song about friends, like a friend and
good squad song.
There's not a lot of songs out there, so when there is one, I'm like, okay, because my friends, look.
She loves some squad songs, man.
I got some real ones.
I don't know. Like maybe I understood it wrong because I was like, oh, is she talking about friends like her and Jay-Z being friends, or now is it like, you know, because like friendship is a big part of relationship, like you sometimes like it's good for you guys to be friends first, figure out like what your dislikes and all that is, but also too like you build a bit, you know, better connections when you're friends first. So I was just like, I don't know, but I'm just like
I get that.
Like if she's talking about girlfriends, I'm like, I appreciate it, because when she says like, I don't know what I would do, like that thing, like that makes sense, because like everybody needs their own separate friends, but I don't know, I was between that one too. Like for me it was like Summer and Friends, like when it plays, but I'm not really paying attention.
Right, you're not going in.
Yeah.
I'm curious what her friends' response to this whole situation was.
Well, we know how Solange felt.
But we know how Solange felt.
She whooped Jay-Z's ass.
But that's just interesting. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. All right, the big three, the three kings.
Yeah, the big three.
Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Where would you put them in this project?
I gotta look at the track list again, but I think I would put Kendrick on Black Effect.
I agree.
Put Cole on 713 and Drake on Boss.
I don't want Drake on Boss. It's fine the way it is.
But you know, you have, that's my opinion.
Oh,
that's
man,
what I feel. It's only 7 songs, so it's hard.
You know,
I feel like Drake would be good on Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? That definitely fits him. That fits him. I'm gonna agree with that. I got Drake on Nice.
That's a good one for Drake.
I think Kendrick would sound dope on Ape Shit. I think he would get hype with them. He, you know, when he gets like, when he start rapping upset,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You're right.
Or maybe I feel like maybe Kendrick on Black Effect. too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cole.
I think he would be good on 713, but I also would like to hear him more in the mix of with Beyonce, because I feel like 713 was more Jay-Z song. So
Yeah. Cole, put Cole on Heard About Us.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking Heard About Us, too. That was my.
And now that I think
for
about
Cole.
it, that might be either Friends or Heard About Us on the worst song.
Nah, I liked Heard About Us.
what? I like Heard About Us.
Yeah, Heard About Us was good. That was fire.
It was good. It's just I feel like those two. I could
Look,
skip those
he
two
said
straight.
B don't even need a whole name.
Yeah, he said
That was
B don't
Facts.
even need a whole name. It's Beyonce,
like, wow.
nigga.
I love Heard About Us. It's like we already know about them, but it's just like, oh, we're putting a stamp. That it's like if you
Right.
don't know,
It's
now
official
you know.
now.
Yeah,
don't know.
like
That's hilarious. Shout out to Kirk Franklin.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that was Biggie. That was actually Biggie.
Yeah, I was like,
about to
I
say-
know that
I
from
was like,
Yeah, I was about to say.
I knew that for Kirk Franklin
That was
first.
not my original
Kirk
thought.
Franklin was like, and if you don't know,
He-
now you know.
He sure did.
oh my God.
Sure did
I
say
think
that.
everyone else was probably.
Yeah.
I was like, Kirk
On
Franklin.
That's
different
hilarious. That's hilarious. Hey man, Kirk Franklin. That's who I grew up on. Anyway,
Now you're going down memory
I'm
lane.
going down memory lane. Shout out
Oh
to
my
Kirk.
God.
Come home from school, put that Kirk on. What your mama say?
Oh my God.
All right, I'm good.
You a clown.
You know I'm about to start going in. All right, I think that's it,
the-
yo.
Yeah, that's the
Don't we
quick
have to
hitters.
give our recap? No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we about
Oh,
I was
okay.
just about to introduce
Sorry,
that.
I'm the third host. Sorry, no.
So, well, since you want to get to it, Drew, how to wrap this up? Drew, how do you feel about the podcast, about the album, about everything? How do you feel?
I felt like this episode was great. I enjoyed speaking to y'all about Black love, because Black love is beautiful. So it was nice to hear y'all's story and, just feed off of each other. Also, the album, I mean, it was great. I'm really happy that they did an album together. And it was nice to hear Beyonce rapping because she sounds good.
yes.
But that's it from me.
Go ahead, Jada.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this album like gave me life in the sense of like, I don't know, like I felt like by us, for us, like, by Black people, for Black people. I think the line that always sticks with me, and me and my sister had talked about this when she's like, I ain't never seen a sailor in my whole life. That's Word to Blue. Because it's like, as a woman, like you have this idea of like the glass ceiling, right? Mm-hmm. There's only a certain limit you can get to. But for her and like her future, queen and her other future queen, there's going to be sky's the limit because, right, she has so much generational wealth now that she can like pass it on. So I think like that was one thing about this album that I love, that it's like, you're not capping like their successful story for Jay-Z and Beyonce, regardless, like everything that they have been through. Like they are the epitome of like Black excellence, Black love. And I don't know, sometimes I hate the term Black excellence, but that's another story. But they are like everything that like, I would hope to embody, minus the cheating, but wealth-wise, like relationship-wise, everything. Like I just love it. So I really did love this album.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll let Jay finish it all today. I know.
Okay.
I want to thank both of you for being on today. I truly appreciate your presence. Drew, thank you for this communication. Jada, thank you for communicating. And it's good to hear. Jalen likes to be. I don't know if he be lying, but every time he talks about what
I don't know why everyone always think I be lying. Everyone always be thinking I'm lying.
But we're gonna thank the Carters first. Thank you, Beyonce, for just doing what Black women do, just being strong, showing forgiveness, and then really just supporting Jay-Z, supporting the family, being the anchor for the family. I want to thank Jay-Z for showing Black men that we should fight for our marriage. We should fight for our family. I think we see that mostly from the women's side, but we don't see that necessarily from the man. It's like we see more examples of men leaving and just moving on instead of actually fighting for what he had. So I appreciate him for that. And I just thank you all for the conversation. I've learned a lot today, and I hope to continue to take that, apply it to my marriage, Drew. I'm working. I got you.
I know.
We gonna do this. To all my fellas, like, we gotta do better as men. We gotta be able to actually handle the criticism that we take from that we receive from our significant others, and actually applying it, being consistent. I think all of those are important. So hopefully whoever's listening really is able to learn something from us today. So that's all I got.
Alright, dang. You should have just went last, because you always be going on and on and on.
That's why I said yes this podcast.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you, Sugar, for coming on. I appreciate you coming on. You always supporting me. I love you. Thank you, Drew. It's always a pleasure, Drew. So happy you came on. Album, I love the album. It was great. I love to see like Black love. They're like the epitome of Black love, and it's like good to see an album just like that, like expressing Black love and all that good stuff. And yeah, great album. Yeah, see, this is why I like going first. I don't have much to say in the conclusion. I'm still right. I'm thinking of my dirty joke.
Jay, give me 30 seconds, man. Time for me to rant real quick.
Yeah, this is time for Tyler's rant. We're gonna give him 30 seconds. Hold up, I gotta get it up. That's what she said. 30 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Pops. It's okay to celebrate Valentine's Day. We not suckers for doing something nice. I understand where you coming from. Yes, it's forced, but please show some love to my mama. That's all I ask. Show some love, and I know you do. But I think she would like this. But who am I? I'm just another nigga.
You a cloud. All right. Time for the drum roll. You guys put drum rolls in the sound effects.
I'll try. Go ahead, bro.
I'll download something. All right. It's time for Jalen's dirty joke of the week. It's my favorite part of the podcast. It's better than the little B thing. All right. So.
I'm glad we took that out.
Why is masturbation just like procrastination?
Why?
It's all good until you realize you're only screwing yourself. But
hey, okay. Oh, you're getting better. Every week.
That was a good one.
I gotta get over it to you, man.
I love a good dirty joke.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta let the people know before we finish that we didn't talk about our Black Woman Crush Wednesday and our Thank You Black Man this week on the podcast, but we still put the post up this week.
Yeah, we will be posting that during the week, so stay tuned for that. We want to whoever they are, we want to thank y'all.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're doing this on a Sunday, so whoever they are, we thank you. And please follow us at No Clearance Pod on all platforms. Would you ladies like to give out your social medias, or you want to keep that to yourself?
y'all gonna be tagged in all the
we gonna tag y'all in everything.
Yeah,
so
y'all gonna get tagged in all the
follow us anyway. On No Clearance Pod on specifically Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. We're dropping the video on Friday.
Yeah, we're gonna start dropping
Fridays.
Yep, dropping new episodes on Wednesday. Video, audio Wednesday, video on Friday. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, that like, comment, all that good stuff.
Leave a rating on the podcast platform.
Yeah.
Leave us a 5-star rating. Leave us a review.
Yeah.
And go to No Clearance Pod and subscribe so we can, be in more communication with you all. Thank you all for listening. This is the end of the J&B series, so we,
Yep.
we back to the regularly scheduled programming with Championships by Meek Mill next week with Alex Brown on the episode.
Yep.
To all of our listeners, man, we appreciate y'all. To our brothers out there, please make it home. And to our black women especially, we love you. It's the No Clearance Podcast. Peace.
Peace.